Good morning. I was thinking about something. I was thinking about um, impressionable, being impressionable, particularly when you're younger, right? So, when you're younger, you don't have a lot of experience or understanding of the world. And then as you get older, you start to be able to discern from what is good and what is not. Um, and a lot of it too is based off of experiences, right? And so when you think about history and how history has a long, drawn out, um, what do I want to say? Track record. Let's say track record, right? A long, drawn out track record for kind of where we are today. And an impressionable mind, a very young mind, is something that could be easily molded. And so that process in itself is a very delicate process. It makes me think about when my son was younger, and based off of how I grew up, I knew there were things that I didn't want to have him around or expose him to. Even the kind of men that he was around, um, just because I knew that those things could plant seeds, right? And so while he was young then, today he's a young man. And I imagine if I made different choices, then he would take on different parts of the people that were in his village as a young child. Um, and so a young, impressionable mind is something that you don't want to waste, right? And I think showing your children the right way, showing them love and care, showing them the proper way of things, showing them patience, are very important in their development. I was talking to someone and they were telling me about going back to utero, right? And I have a memory when I was in my mom's stomach, and I know most people will probably be like, "What?" But I remember seeing something um, way back when, and so now there's all this research, right? This research around in utero transference. And that's important because, yeah, the mother is carrying the child around, but that baby is in there. So whatever the mom is exposed to, in the end, the baby is exposed to. And I remember reading some research on people who were migrating from war-riddled countries, and when they had their children had a lot of PTSD. They had a lot of, they were nervous, shaky, jumpy. And that was the transfer of going through war utero. So if it starts in utero, then it is equally as important to be careful with the young, impressionable mind and expose them to the right things, to expose them to be wise in knowledgeable in thought, how to think things through rationally, not be emotional, easily swayed, easily distracted. And that even starts with how you feed and plant into your kids words of affirmation, who they are, what they deserve, um, how you feel about them. Those things will come up, they will take root and will come up and come out as they grow and no longer are in your presence. So just remember that. Okay. Thank you for listening. I love you. Happy Blessed Friday.